Well, well, never a dull moment at the lake. Fun. How am I gonna fix this?
How does it move there? Oh yeah, I know.
I don't know if this fascia is gonna miter very well anymore. Some serious rubbish here. Like that is all new wear spots there. But looks like the ramp isn't broken. The hinges are still holding up there. So it seems that, well, I lack a lot of the skills necessary to survive out here. I had that log doubled up on that one and lashed, and then obviously my lashing has come undone. One thing I'm learning is, well, it seems quite obvious when I say it, but you know, the water never stops working against you. Or maybe it works for you sometimes, but most of the time I'm experiencing it's against me. Because yeah, my knot tying skills sucked because I had another one of these Scotchmans on the end of this rope, keeping my boat from banging into the dock here, and you can see that it's torqued that cleat pretty hard and rubbed the wood there. The Scotchman's gone, which sucks because that was about 80 bucks, and I don't see it anywhere. So yeah, it's costing me money. Every time I go away for a week, come back to something being broken or damaged or needing fixing. But Newton's law, I think it is, right? If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. And I can confirm that is true. So I was super worried that the log boom was going to be smashing against my boat here, but it seems that it's okay, and there was enough space there, and the water levels come down probably at least 6 or 8 inches. The base of that column used to be underwater there last time we were here. I think it's because the snow is staying up in the hills really late this year, so all the snow melt is still kind of slowly coming down and taking its time, and so the water levels actually dropped quite a bit. So pretty hard to predict anything on this lake. It's almost like the ocean. All right, so I was sitting on the throne. It's where I do all my thinking, you know, and I thought, what would a farmer do to get this ramp back on the dock? And brute force is not an option because there's me and this guy. Hey, say hi, Benny.
Hi.
He's strong for his age, but he's not gonna be able to lift that with me because it's at least the end of the ramp with the mini mesh decking on there now. It's easily 400 pounds just at that one end. Not to mention there's drain holes in the aluminum which have now filled with water, so the part that's submerged in there, the 3-inch tubing, is all full of water, so you kind of have to lift it slowly and the water will drain out, right? So there's no way you're just going to strong arm that thing. I don't have any space or materials to do some big rigging thing, nor do I have the experience doing that. So it came to me, a lot of people on the lake here use barrels to float their docks. Like when their docks are sinking, they say they just sink a barrel, let water go into it, put it underneath the dock where you want, and then you take a compressor and you fill the barrel with air, and the air forces the water back out, right? So you just leave one of these holes plugged and then the other one's open. So you let it sink or fill mostly with water until you can get it into position. And then you stick an air nozzle in there and you fill it full of air, and it pushes all the water out and raises whatever it's underneath. That's the hope anyway. So I'm gonna try and sink this thing and get it underneath the end of the ramp, and then fill it with air, and hopefully it has enough buoyancy. I'm guessing it has probably about 500 pounds of buoyancy maybe, which might be enough to at least start to get this thing lifted up, right, floating near the surface, at which point I might be able to, you know, put some ropes on it, and maybe if a neighbor comes out tomorrow or something like that, I could get him to come over and help me just kind of hoist it over. That, or I could put a second barrel underneath and just kind of keep hoisting it till I get it up to the dock level and then just shove it over. So let's give it a shot. Well, the ramp used to be right there. Now it's back where it belongs. Did that with the help of a 6-year-old who was surprisingly helpful, actually. Real capable boy, my Benny. So, dock's back on. Shorten that chain up a little bit, but ultimately I've got to get another anchor dropped right about here that comes up with the chain and connects there. I've got an anchor out here that's keeping the dock from going that way, but I don't have my anchor that's keeping the dock from going that way. And typically the wind always comes from there, but the key word there was typically, because the wind does come that way, as I've learned from time to time when I'm not here, and causes problems. So I knew I shouldn't have left without getting that other anchor in, but thought I'd take a chance, and yeah, it bit me in the ass hard. So glad I got the ramp back up. The barrel trick worked really well for taking the majority of the weight, and then once I got it up high enough, I was able to just use 2x6s and little blocks and just kind of lever the thing up and get the wood underneath so that I could just pull it over. So yeah, that was fun.